Calling all your dancing divas, let's get warmed up. I've got the red mat around me, which has got lots of space for all our spatial orientations, spinning and rotations. You make sure that you move your furniture around so that we have the same kind of space. Right. Music. Thank you. Okay. First activity we're going to do is called a fireman's carry. I want to see how low you can lower your baby over your shoulder. You're going to yank them over like this, hold them by the ankles, and then give them a really lovely upside down experience. We're just going to go for a little walk around your room, just like so. Right, after that upside down experience, we are now going to give them a spinning experience. I want you to hold them like this. We're going to spin around one side, stop, and over to the other side, and stop. We don't want to overstimulate them, so never spin more than 4 times in one direction at the same time. And around. One more. Stop. And one more. And stop. Great. Spinning. Now, time for some upside down again. For this one, we're going to hold our baby like this, and we're going to let them go upside down and have their own little upside down party over here. There we go, and bring them up and give them a cuddle. We look for a few different clues and cues when they go upside down to assess how comfortable they are. If you see that the eyes are rolling back in the socket and the arms is extending above the head like this, then it means they are nice and comfortable. If they don't do it, just do smaller versions, and make sure you give them nice big cuddles when you bring them back up so that they feel nice and safe and secure. But do not stop the upside down, as they need that for their inner ear movement. Right. After we've done the upside down backwards, we are now going to focus on our upside down going forwards. So we're going to see if we can review our front forward rolls, straddle your legs nice and wide, and we're going to pull them through and help them to do a forward roll into a stand. Let's do that one more time. Hold your baby safe and secure around the hips, straddle your legs, pull them nice and far through your legs into a forward roll and up to a stand. There we go. One more, let's go. Ready? And up. That's it. All right. For my last activity today, I would like for us to review our backward rolls. So we're going to lower ourselves down to the floor. We're going to see if we can, today, lift them by the hips, lift them up and onto their feet. If they don't respond and don't immediately put out the arms when they're upside down, it's absolutely fine. The more you do it, the more the body part awareness will kick in, and the more they will realize that they can push up on the arms when you lift the hips up. Just like that. And then to finish it all off, let's do a little bit of jumping. There we go. Are we ready? This is really good for my bilateral coordination. We can start with some small jumps, just like this. Tell them they're landing on their feet every time they come down. And if they feel brave enough and you feel strong enough, feel free to give them a bit of a hop in the air and a hop in the air. There's one more. There we go. Right, so for this activity today, we've created a bit of a 3D doorway for you. I know you don't have these blocks at home, but you have a doorway, and from your doorway you can dangle things. Something which is really easy to hang is either scarves, tea towels, just stick them up with some sellotape. If you've got some Christmas tree decorations, that's really, really helpful, the tinsel. And why are we doing this? Because screens and laptops and iPads, it's such a constant in our lives today. We can't get away from them, but they only offer our little ones a 2D image. That means that we cannot develop our peripheral vision and our depth perception on a 2D image. Things like this is much more important because this offers 3D imagery. So if you need that 5 minutes to go make yourself a cup of tea, then rather stick your little one underneath or next to something like this, which is a 3D imagery, which they can interact with. This will give them a really lovely understanding of their world again. So what I'm going to do here is I can put my little baby or little bear underneath it. They can now watch how the balloons are flying above, around them. They can start to interact with them. Even just watching it moving really help them to develop that depth perception, that peripheral vision. They can watch how close and how far it goes away from them. They can start to see if they can pull on it. They might want to test their own strength to see if they can pull it off. That's absolutely fine too. You can even stick them through on the other side, and you can work with concepts of coming through it. You can see if you can get them to lie on their tummies. Can they from here be propped up? Can they see it? Can they dangle it? Really nice way to develop the spine as they're keeping their heads up, because they're curious enough to kind of see what's going on around them. You can also have them just in front of it like this and see if they will start to interact. Can we start to hit it with our hands? Nice opportunity for me to develop both sides of my body with that bilateral coordination as I'm interacting with the balloons, watching them again. The visual of the eyes is constantly moving. I can also hold them up high, and I can encourage them to kick it. I can help them by lifting up the little legs and see if I can kick it one leg at a time, just like that. There we go. And if all else fails, like I say, just let them lie down, let them watch it. We always say that the senses are the little scouts for the body. They will just lie, and all the senses will go out into the world. They'll go and scout what is around me. And then they will see something that they feel like they want to learn more about. And then the sensory will kick in, and they might start to reach for it, to try and bring it to their mouths, to try and figure out what is it that I have. And once they figure it out, they will move on to something else again. So what a lovely idea to get your little ones to nicely interact with something 3D.